Many of us are ready for these parties to continue back on the water, but for now all I can do is welcome you back to Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. Our first boater to step in the ring with Haulover this week is going to show us what it's like to have a rough start. Well, when I say a rough start, that just means we're in for our first rough round. As you can tell here, Haulover is not having a happy day, and it is about to take his fury out on this yacht, and especially this dinghy you see hanging off the back rear platform here. As you can tell, a lot of water's come around that dinghy, and it already looks a little bit loose, and after a little bit of struggling on getting out, my man decides this isn't worth it, and he's turning back around and coming back in. In the madness of doing the turnaround, my man has forgot something. That's right, look at the arrow here, you will see that dinghy has fallen off the rear swim deck. Really don't even believe my man notices this one here in the end, but I'm going to definitely have to give this round to Haulover Inlet. Our second boater to try and take down Haulover Inlet this week is going to show us what it's like when Haulover takes you for a heck of a ride. Here you'll see these ladies hang out on the bow of this yacht, and all of a sudden Haulover's going to give them the ride of a lifetime. It really is pretty impressive to see a yacht of this size pretty much just being manhandled by Haulover. Really impressive to see these girls hanging out in the front of the bow of the boat as well, as they don't seem to be fazed by this whatsoever. In the end, I will have to wind up giving this round to Haulover just for the beating they've taken trying to get out, but I am once again going to give them credit where credit is due. They really did put up a heck of a fight in this round, but this is going to give Haulover a pretty early advantage with a 2-0 lead. Can our third boater keep this round going? And he's going to show us what it's like when you get your roll on in Haulover Inlet. Here you'll see this large yacht coming in through Haulover Inlet, and they are having a pretty rolly experience as their vessel is bouncing from side to side. This is likely a result of them coming in just a little underpowered. Here he does kind of start to figure that one out and throws the throttle down a little bit to try and get this boat back on plane where it needs to be to cut through these conditions. Even with the rough start, it looks like they've picked it up here at the end of this round, and I will wind up giving this round to the boats just because of that. Plus, Haulover is being a little bit angry today, so we're going to give a little bit of leniency on this one, but they do finish it out pretty solid. Our next boater is going to show us what it's like when you tell everybody to sit your butt down in Haulover Inlet. And that should be a pretty common practice. If you're going through the inlet, somebody pick a seat and sit down. Here we're going to see this Midnight Express start to roll through Haulover Inlet, and you'll see a little bit of a scramble here in a few moments at the end as some people start standing up, and the captain realizes it's going to be a rough ride out, and they start pushing people back to those seats in the rear of the boat. Once the captain gets everybody situated, he knows exactly what he needs to do to clear Haulover Inlet, and that is lay the throttles down. He was at least smart enough to get everybody seated before he did that, and I'm going to give him some major props on that one, because we see this one happen an awful lot where people hit those throttles, people are standing, and they start flying backwards. This round will definitely go to the boats, and that's going to tie us up at 2 apiece going into the 5th and final round. And in our 5th and final round, we will play that age-old game, Can They Hang On? That's right, all they have to do is hang on to this PWC, and the boats will get the win this week. Here they go, coming out of Haulover Inlet. We already can tell it is a rough start. Looks like they're going to try and pull it together here, but no, they're down for the count, and the win will go to Haulover this week. This is, however, a little bit of a bounce-back win for Haulover. You may remember that last episode, we let you guys pick the winner. Many of you voted, and I really appreciate all the votes. I'm going to highlight a few of you guys here, but the boats did take the win over Haulover last episode. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of Boats vs. Haulover. If you did, be sure to check out our other 2 channels. We have Wavy Boats, who gets us all this great footage of Haulover Inlet, and my channel, Broncos Guru, where we do a bunch of great comedy boating videos over there as well. And if you haven't already, guys, drop an anchor on that subscribe button.